I don't think I could ever date a tennis player. Love literally means nothing to them. What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about the Q4 data mine leaks, which is going to show us what we will be doing in Q4. What is this new system that has been teased to us for so long? We now have a great snapshot of what that's going to look like, as well as information about the two companions that we will also be able to receive in Q4. Now let's just say I'm excited. And I do just want to give a quick warning that this is a snapshot, so we are only going to get an idea as to what this new mode is going to be, how it's going to work. We will not have all of the information. What are all the rewards going to be? We're just going to get an idea as to what they're changing and how it's going to affect us going forward. And let's just quickly go through the companions, because we start with Tanlorian. So Tanlorian is going to be a high elf from nobility because, well, let's be honest, all high elves come from nobility. They really don't have that many poor people. Then we have Xerath, who is going to be a Khajiit. And they say, I am a Khajiit Xerath Var, sent from the first era, from the Order of the Hidden Moon. So there's definitely going to be some interesting stuff going on with them. I don't know how that's going to weave into the storyline. Maybe it will weave into the next thing, because we need to talk about it. It's huge, and we're turning the webcam on for this because it's exciting. It is a new rework to Battlegrounds. So we have been hypothesizing all sorts of different things that they might be doing, and it seems as though the biggest thing that they're going to be focusing on is Battlegrounds. They're going to be adding an 8v8 game mode, and they're going to be adding a 4v4 game mode with a new map. So we know the framework for Q4 is going to be Battlegrounds, and I'm very excited about this. And I feel so silly that I did not call this, because if you remember last year, all the way back during the Las Vegas event, I was trying to figure out what Q4 was for that year before Infinite Archive had leaked. And I was asking questions like, hey, you know, like, what's going to be the system for this year? And they said it's going to be a PvE game mode. And I was like, so if it's going to be a PvE game mode, does that mean 2025 is going to be a PvP game mode? And they said that would make a lot of sense. Also, too, in that line of questioning, I was like, you know, what are you guys like experimenting with? Like, what are some things for the PvP people that you're working on? And they said something that stuck with me. They were experimenting with 2v2s. And I don't know why in my head I wasn't thinking, well, if they're experimenting with 2v2s, perhaps they're trying to experiment with Battlegrounds, because where else would you do a 2v2? And then that's where I should have put those pieces together and thought, oh, this is going to be a rework to Battlegrounds because they're experimenting with team size. And that's how we got with these 8v8 modes. That's how we got these 4v4 modes. And too, if you've noticed, they're doing things like Crazy King Weekends just to see how popular those modes are for people. They're actively testing, hey, how many people like domination by making it a 25% AP boost over a weekend? How many people want to participate in that? So they have been testing Battlegrounds now for like years. I think almost 2 years at this point. And I feel so goofy that I did not directly call it. But this is why I'm so excited about it, because people have been comparing Tales of Tribute to Battlegrounds, and now that Battlegrounds is going to be under the lens for a whole Q4 update. And it's important to know that we just have that snapshot. We really don't know all of the rewards, reworks, and things that they're going to do, but it's needless to say that they're going to do something with them. And I hope that they actually use Tales of Tribute's ranked competitive. I hope that they do different tiers of players. I hope that they completely change their ELO system, because for you, if you don't know, you actually have like an ELO that you have, which is basically matchmaking, skill-based matchmaking to some extent. They actually already have all of those systems built in, but I hope that they rework them because they're not built in the most effective way possible, or maybe they reset it. But what I would really like to see is them to almost copy what they've done for Tales of Tribute. Tales of Tribute also has some decent rewards. I really like the leaderboard structure. Having these different season tiers, I think, would do great for Battlegrounds versus just, hey, here's the top 100 players for score. Because I'll be honest with you, I have been the #1 person on the Battlegrounds leaderboard, not 2, 3, 4, 10, 20. I've literally been #1, and I don't deserve to be anywhere near #1. It's just for a lack of people being on the leaderboards, and it's really because the rewards are not very good. Arguably, infinitely better are the Tales of Tribute rewards. That's why I'm so excited, because Battlegrounds is also the perfect introduction to those PvP modes for players. Like, if people say, hey, Jake, should I go to Cyrodiil? I say no. Take your character, run some Battlegrounds. You know, just slap on a heal, an execute, a spammable, a stun, and a shield, and you're hunky-dory pretty much at that point. Just go buck wild and have some fun. And now we're going to have these 8v8 modes, which I think will be more balanced, because my biggest complaint with Battlegrounds usually boils down to the fact that oftentimes they're unbalanced. If you're in a 4v4v4 and one of your teammates is not very good, or they leave, disconnect, you know, because sometimes you don't fill them out or they leave early, that could be really detrimental to you and your overall team and your ability to play the objective. That's why I'm hoping and very excited to see how this update will progress and take us forward with all of those components in mind. 8v8, I think, is just going to be more balanced overall. And I do just want to kind of compare how these things look. So here's, for example, what it looks like if you wanted to do Battlegrounds this weekend, even with it being a highlighted mode, 101,000 XP, premium Battleground supplies. You compare that to the ranked mode, the casual mode. You can click view rewards. You can see the top 2% of players get 250 transmute crystals, elite tribute tokens, a veteran tribute token if you're in the top 10%, 100 transmute crystals. There's season tiers. And what I think would be really nice too is we have this really janky leaderboard, which essentially getting on the Battlegrounds leaderboards, whether you're on the deathmatch, the land grab, or the flag games, which by the way, I feel like don't need to be split up, but potato, potato. There's really no benefit to being on here. Like I was saying earlier, I have been on this leaderboard tons of times. There's no, oh my gosh, somebody's on the leaderboard, they must be good. It just probably means that they're bored and running lots of Battlegrounds, testing out a build. And so if they can refine these rewards, whether it's with transmute crystals, gold, I actually really like the furnishings that they give away. If you get to the high levels of these seasons inside of Tales of Tribute, you get a really cool looking trophy. And here's how these rewards look if you get the furnishing trophies from Tales of Tribute. You can see the increasing size of them for the seasonal rankings. I think that seasonal rankings would be really cool though too, because then you can kind of see how you tier against other players. The leaderboards don't just become who's played the most amount of games and therefore got the most amount of points, which always felt very goofy for the reward structure. Granted, the reward structure for leaderboards for Battlegrounds was basically like, hey, here's your pizza for working at our billion-dollar company. It was like one of those slices that you would get in 3rd grade because your teacher can only afford to buy one pizza for the whole class. That's what Battleground leaderboards were like. What I really like to see, and I'm hoping that they include this because Infinite Archive has one, rotational vendors and a new fixed vendor. Imagine being able to buy provisioning satchels, alchemy satchels with your alliance points. Maybe they add a new currency just for Battlegrounds rewards. Would not be opposed to that either. Maybe they have an actual vendor like Filer Ool so you can get mythic leads with your alliance points. Maybe they allow you to get things like fragments. That would all be really cool. I think that they need to add more titles as well. I don't know what exactly you're going to be able to do. I mean, obviously you'll be able to get like an 8 kill at once. But what I really hope that they do is actually like a search and destroy game mode where if you die, you actually stay dead, but you can get resurrected. But once the entire enemy team is dead, you know, then that other team wins that round or something like that. Like a team deathmatch where you don't just get to respawn. I feel like something like that would be kind of cool. Shorter, round-based, maybe with objectives. That would be really cool. Maybe with a little bit of razzle-dazzle on some of these maps to add a little bit of environmental hazard would be cool as well. So I'm just very excited to see how they take this mechanic and go forward with it. I'm very happy because I was worried for Battlegrounds because truth be told, I was thinking the opposite, and that them pushing these 25%, you know, weekend reward bonuses was them just desperately trying to save Battlegrounds and basically saying, hey, we're going to scrap this. So the fact that they are pushing this is just very exciting. And I'm excited to see where it goes, and I hope that we get more rewards, more titles. But if you guys have specific ideas, put them in the comments below, because this is very exciting, and I definitely want to talk about this more. But everyone, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because we will not have another horse running simulator. We're not going to be playing Lord of the Rings. It's going to be, at the very least, a new Battlegrounds upgrade, rework, and let's see how it goes. Thank you guys so much again for watching. As always, we're doing our 3 giveaway drawings. All you need to do to enter is leave a comment in the comments below. Just try not to get it removed for spam. Second thing is just be subscribed on YouTube / follow on Twitch and Twitter. And the third thing is look for a hidden word to be flashed upon the screen. If you're the first person to comment that word, you will win Exciting times, my friends. Let me know what you think, and at the very least, it's better than the housing update. Catch you guys later. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.